Welcome back to another Star vs. recap. Today we're doing episodes 19 and 20. And after this, it's going to be the whole series final finish. So, what's gonna become of this show when it's over? We shall soon see. But for now, let's go on to episodes 19 and 20. So as we last left off, Aquila was being attacked by Mia's giant warrior things, and it was like crossing along her shield, like, and all of a sudden, with a magical blast, Star came in her ultimate butterfly form, which I still think is cool to this day. She even does a little blast with the whale. Like a with whales. So, because it was feeling weak, Star wanted to help, so she called along one of the best warriors in Muni. And by best warriors, I mean the coolest people that I ever met in the show. Who? She got Kelly, Jorby, Talon, the quirky guy, that's what they call him, the rich pigeon and ponyhead, and seahorse. Why is ponyhead and seahorse? Because it's all for the ponyhead show. And so they started to head off. Forest Guard! I mean Muni. So now they start looking around while also doing some awesome parkour. So while doing the parkour, the quirky guy got hurt, and he was surprisingly okay with it. But all of a sudden, got zapped from the flaming sword. Got stabbed right through it. Meanwhile, Gorgor was still in bed trying to get better, but his wound was getting worse by the second. So Eclipse started to go through the book, and oh crap! Sorry about that. Anyway, she started to go through a book and see all the books of Solaria. Yeah, that was the name of the sword. It was stated that Solaria was like a princess or queen who wanted to destroy all monsters. So she like held along a Solarian sword, or that's the name of the thing. And what it does is that if the sword like touches a monster or something, it could like give you like a scar of like magic or something, and the monster will be weakened or something. So the book said that until the scars on the monster, it didn't really say, but let's just say So meanwhile, while Star and the others were looking for Mina, they found Talon, and he was man down, or equal to Hawk, whatever. So Rich Pigeon tried to save the day. Well, he tried until his arm got cut off. Then Kelly and Jorby tried to stand up, but then all of a sudden, they were down to the count. So Ponyhead was going to go in, but straight to the horn. Yeah, she down. So the only one left in the game is Star. So while Mina was floating the sword on a star, she started to push back and like, and then all of a sudden she grew apart and started making some huge super battle armor. And it was just probably the coolest thing I ever seen in the show. So now with Star in her ultimate battle armor, it was about to have the epic showdown with Mina versus Star. Now here's a little representation done by Legos, the best ones that I have. So meanwhile, while that was going on, Eclipse and Jenna had the idea to blow it up. At least that was Jenna's idea. Because they literally have so many explosives in their castle. I'm serious. So while they were packing the explosives, one the guards as they would trip, but then whoop, they start going down the hill. So Star was too busy being a Mina, and all of a sudden the explosives came down, and when it got to the head, it all blew up. But she wasn't down. You probably thought she was dead, didn't you? Nope. She came right back up and just stabbed her right through her armor. So Star was down, but all of a sudden Eclipse came to the rescue, and then she started saying a spell. Oh, maybe it's the Dark Enchantment spell or something, but she said something like,
I call a spell which has no name. My mother's gift with which she reigned. Eclipse my heart with rightful power.
Stand before the queen and cower. And then some kind of like, butterfly thing, just like went right through her body armor, and like just went right across all over Muni, causing chaos. So Marco comes in and tries to warn Star that Mina was coming, but she just took him down. But by surprise, that wasn't Mina. Because that was just another guy, just for distraction. She has a whole army full of Solarian soldiers. And they're huge. Well, Sarah Moon just gone rogue. Now, for the next part of the episode. So, the slime dude and Princess Firefly were having fun. But then all of a sudden, Mina came around, just stomping the heck out of the places. Okay, so the person that Star and Eclipse were fighting, that was some guy named Dog, not Mina. No. So Mina starts to go to the temple. I forgot what it was called. And she, I don't know what she does, but yeah, let's just say she like brings out like some kind of turkey or crow or something, and when it clucks, it has to then to surrender Eclipse, or they all that. And with a little sound of an eagle, Queen Moon comes in to save the day. And that was probably the most epic part I ever watched. So, all the So the best warriors immunity, aka the coolest people I've seen in the show, were all in wounds. And they need to figure out a way to stop it. Meanwhile, River was here, I forgot to mention that. River came on to talk to Glubgore, see if they make him feel better. But Glubgore's wound was still getting worse. It's gonna go right to his body and he's gonna disintegrate or whatever. So while that was going on, Star, Marco, Eclipse, so Queen Moon, and everyone else was starting to think of battle plans. Eclipse had the idea to gather all the humans and monsters in the town and get them to safety, so they'll be safe once Mina starts to attack. Now, where is Tom? Anyway, Marco and Star were trying to go peddle out pig goats. I am not kidding you. But besides all of that, Star was feeling a little conflicted. I have never used that word before. But anyway, she was feeling so conflicted because all this stuff was happening. All her friends were wounded, and she thinks it was all her fault. But it wasn't. She was just trying to protect them. She's trying to be a good friend. So, do you remember when they were in that weird subconscious dream thing? And like a few episodes ago, well, Star remembers what Marco said. He said that he loved Star. Starco is real. And this part is escalated quickly. So, Marco was having a couple of moments, and then Star just asked her for a kiss, and they did. And it's probably the best part I ever seen since the last time they kissed, which was in season 3. It escalated so fast. Alright, now back to the serious crap. So, what was going on while they were talking is now Moon and Eclipse were having a magic off. And what I mean by magic off is he said they were fighting. Having a little argument. Because Eclipse was telling them to just keep them to safety, but Moon was telling them just to surrender. Why? I don't know. So, Queen Moon just revealed that Mina's working for her. Yeah, even I was shocked by that moment. Alright, so with all that, let's go on to the next one, shall we? So, we get a whole flashback to when Eclipse was baby, and now we see Solaria, the Solarian warrior herself. She attacks monsters so they could stop them. Nothing, and she asks all other mutants for help. And she calls along Sarah Mina Moonberry. Yeah, I just said that. And yeah, like I said, Mina is working for Moon. So yeah, Moon was basically backstabbing them, as in betraying them, because Mina was working for her, and she just gave one simple instruction, just to give her the crown, and she'll call off Mina and her Solarian warriors, meaning that she was in charge of all of them. So Eclipsa starts to give up her umbrella wand thing, and Moon grabs it and just turns back to the first wand. Meanwhile, the Magical High Commission was celebrating this for some reason. And, yeah. So, and Moon gave her the instruction to leave and go to another dimension. That is not this dimension. So, Eclipsa just made the choice and she just has to leave. Then Mina comes in and Moon tells her that she already surrendered, and Eclipsa said that she's just gonna resign as queen. But Mina is all like, I'm not gonna deal with this. She is my captain. Since when you in charge of me, or something like that. So now, Moon starts to do a spell. Calling it
Return the power paid in blood. Your essence now restored.
Revoke the strength that comes in flood and rivers furthermore.
That tickled.
Yeah, it had no effect on them. Yeah, it had no effect on them, and it's because all the soldiers took their loyalty to Princess Solaria for some reason, and they started to arrest almost every monster in the kingdom, and they tried to get to safety, but all their flaming swords was like. And I'm probably gonna have fun making this joke.
This is madness!
No, Moon. This is Sparta!
I swear, if nobody else is gonna make that joke, I swear. I might have been the first one to actually make that joke. Luckily, Hekaboo came to the rescue because she opened a portal to them. Like, and luckily they got away. Now, Mina is now trying to look for them and find Eclipsa, while Glubgore is still with River, and she's trying to be safe. So meanwhile, while everyone was wounded, the quirky guy still had this same wounded mark. And here's what happened. 'Cause after they get wounded, after a while, they combust. Yeah, they explode. Dude. I'm serious, y'all. They explode. Like, they combust. They're gonna die. Now, River and Eddie were trying to get Glubgore to safety, to the magic sanctuary, so they can try to heal his wound and probably heal everyone else, hopefully. And now, Star's still being conflicted because her family is basically a lie, saying that Moon started this whole thing, and now Moon is worried because she created them and is trying to think of, do they have a weakness? So Star was going through like a whole thing where she wanted to like destroy the magic. Why? Because she hated it all because of their mother, and she goes into like her ancestors' room where she sees all her ancestors, but they're all like, I don't know, but their like eyes are glowing and you can't see their pupils or something like that. And she sees like a whole painting where she actually destroys the magic, but she doesn't see Marco in the picture, and she thinks like getting rid will destroy Marco. Actually, not destroying Marco. He'll just be left on Earth where he actually belongs, probably for getting him. And she's still trying to think that she needs to destroy magic, just so everything will be fine the way it was, and will be stopped. So, those were the 2 episodes of Star vs. Force of Evil. And stay tuned for next week. Maybe I'll do something special. Maybe I'll do like a cliffhanger. Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna go down on this finale. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another recap.